Oh, damn, there's no audio. My bad. I completely forgot that I turned off the mic. Okay, perfect. Hello, Vasanth. Hello, Guillermo. Thank you for letting me know that my audio was turned off. I completely forgot that my mic wasn't working. Anyway, as I was saying, today I am going to go through the same model in SketchUp which I found online, and we are going to do it in D5 and in Enscape as well. And in the end, we will be comparing the two results and see which one is better, right? This is my goal for this live stream, and then through this, I want to create a whole detailed video because this has been my the most asked question basically in all the comments and all my social media, especially with the uses that I've been doing off D5 lately. But as always, I've said that this doesn't mean that I prefer one over the other yet. I still am mostly an Enscape user. It's just that I'm exploring D5 because I believe I've explored everything that I could explore in Enscape so far, especially online. In the meantime, let me know, guys, where you're watching from in the chat. I want to be as engaged as possible and commenting as much as possible because today we're going to go through everything: composition, materials, lighting, visual settings, and everything else in both software, Enscape, D5, and we will compare the workflow between the two and the results as well. First of all, let's go to Enscape. Let's go to the visual settings. Let's do output, custom, and yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave them at the same aspect ratio, just that way the comparison is a little bit more, I would say, precise. But what I will do is I'll go to ultra over here. I'll decrease the field of view to like 70. I'm gonna try to keep the camera angles the same for both. I'm gonna turn off auto exposure, image, all of these other settings. Maybe I'll leave on auto exposure for now, and then I will just go ahead and use the save frame tool. I will come a little bit more backwards over here, and I will lower my angle. Then I will go and do the 2-point perspective, and I think we should be good to go with something like this. I'll just leave it like this for now because the first step is going to be setting the materials. So let's do camera 1. All right, perfect. Custom preset. I'm going to set this up, and now we're going to move on to setting up all of the materials. First things first, let me just set up the bricks that over here, right? I think this should be a brick material. I have a reference image that I'm looking at here in my screen. Just one second. I'll just open it up just that way I can see, just to make sure that I'm not doing any errors when it comes to putting up the materials the way that they should be. Yeah, I think this is a brick material, but I'm not sure why it has these divisions between them. But anyway, let me go here at the Enscape material library. I'm gonna go to bricks, and maybe I'll just choose brick 11. I'll import the selection, and I will apply this material over here. So my bad, guys. I'm allergic to pollen, and it's killing me right now. I'm not sure why. It's not even pollen. I mean, it is pollen season, but it's not. It's not like. It's not at its peak, I would say. Anyway, let me just apply this to this part of the house. It's this part, and then yeah, I will say maybe here. Over here as well. And yeah, I think I'll move on to more stuff in just a second. I'll just leave this part for now like this. And then there's some green metal, it seems like. So for that, I will go over here and select colors. Let me choose something which is closer to like olive colors, maybe colors named. I think something like this could work. Dark olive green, perfect. Let's go ahead, apply it here. I think this is a bit too yellow. Maybe I decrease the saturation a bit and increase or decrease the light. Maybe something like this. Okay. And then I'll do this to the frames here. I will need this in the pole. We'll put this in the garage door as well. And we will continue with the rest. So probably here as well. And I think this is going to be kind of it. I know it looks really bad right now, but it's just because we're in no way close to what it needs to look like towards the end. So just give it some time and it will look much better, I'm pretty sure. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, let me go ahead and find some more materials here. I'm going to go to concrete. Let's use concrete 04. And I think I'm going to use the concrete material for this, for these walls, right? For the surrounding walls over here as well. And also I am going to use a glass material. So this is supposed to be glass, no? Yeah, I think it is supposed to be glass. So let me go to glass and mirrors. Let me choose this glass material and I'll apply it on these, but I didn't want to make the whole thing glass, but only the parts inside of the window. Do we do the same thing here? Yeah, okay, this is good. Over here as well. Perfect. This is good. Then inside here, I'm not sure. This should be glass, not sure about all the other stuff. Let me check. I'm not sure if this should be glass. I'm guessing probably not. And then this should be glass for sure. So I'm just going for all the materials one by one. And I'm doing it first in Enscape just because I know that the Enscape workflow will be a lot quicker for me just because I've been using Enscape for a lot longer. I'm not saying that Enscape is faster yet, even though I assume so. All I'm saying is that, yeah, I am faster at Enscape with my skill set as of now. But anyway, let me choose this once again. Maybe let's go for something a bit more towards, I think something like this. Okay. And then I'm not sure if the window frames are green as well. I'll check in a second in my reference image. But yeah, let me go to my plaster material. So let's go to plaster 10 stucco, and we will apply it all over here. So over here, and I'll just increase the light. Okay, perfect. And then we will also need to use this green material on the framing right here. Is there anything else that I will need? Not sure. Probably this part seems to be metallic as well, so I'm guessing this, well, not the whole thing. I'm guessing this should be green as well. Okay. Let's see. All right. From what I can see up until now, maybe I should also make this a stucco material. This over here 100% too, and let me choose these as well. Let me put the glass on the top. Okay, perfect. If you guys have any questions in the meantime, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer any of them to the best of my ability as always. And let me just save this file before I move forward to anything else. Let me just take a sip of water. This is going to be a live stream, which is going to be a little bit longer than usual, right? So yeah, just keep that in mind. But anyway, so first things first, when it comes to context, what I would like to do is I will first add this in the background just for more context. So something like this. Let me move this to the back as well. Perfect. Okay, and then I will just unify the surface. And now what I want to do is I'll just add some, well, maybe I should just add the HDRI first, because that will make the biggest difference. So I'm going to go to visual settings. I'm going to go to sky, source, skybox, load skybox from file. I'm going to go to my library here in my computer, HDRI, and let's choose the midday HDRI. I'm going to choose this one. It seems a bit too strong, but brightest point is sun direction, and if the sun brightness is a bit lower to like 16%, and if we are able to rotate this something like this, we should be able to get a much better final image in the end. By the way, I'm sorry if you guys are hearing any noises, just because some of my windows are open because it's really hot today here where I live. But okay, multi-asset placement. Let's go to vegetation. Let's go to tree. And I'll probably go for some of these oak trees. Is this, let me, these are not, okay, so these are elm trees. They're not oak. Okay, let me use the paint bucket tool. I'm gonna use it all over there. Let me increase density. I think these are they're supposed to be a bit larger as well. Let me choose some larger ones. So this one, this one, this one. Maybe I take some of these off, or maybe I confirm placement, apply changes. It doesn't look that good as of now. I know it doesn't look that good as of now, but it will look much better later on. Anyway, let me go to the SketchUp 3D warehouse. Let me just type in road, and there should be something coming up which will look good. Well modeled sidewalk as well, because I think just having a good side context helps a lot throughout the whole render. Does this have a good sidewalk? No, we do not need this. Well, I mean, maybe I can just do it myself, because I just don't want to spend way too much time searching for just a simple sidewalk. This seems to be out of scale, first of all. This might be too big now, so maybe something like this. Maybe just a little bit bigger. And then let me just move this all the way back, copy it for like, let's say 7 times. We didn't even copy it good. So let me just copy it from the edge to the other edge here. Let's do 7 times. Perfect. Is it connecting for us here? If not, I can just select all of them and move them a bit downwards. So for example, in this instance, I'm going to use the move tool, align it with the upwards key, and yeah, I'll just leave it like that. And yeah, one other thing that I will have to add is, let me just take this part of the sidewalk off maybe, or let me choose the arc tool. Okay. I think I'm going to keep it something like this, and let's do 1000 millimeters. Let me group this. Perfect. Let's leave a few millimeters in between. So let's do, I guess, a 1010. And I'll repeat this, I don't know, 40 times. Or maybe I should have applied material first. So let me go to the material library. I'm gonna go to concrete. Let's choose concrete 04. Let me apply this over here. And now we can easily start copying this. Well, yeah, so let's do something like this, because this seems to be a component. Yeah, 1010, let's do 7x. Seems like we need even more here. Let me copy this once again on this side, and then only the last 3 one more time. I'm gonna use Control to copy it. Perfect. And then let's choose this, and yeah, something similar to this. Maybe the last one we can just make it a bit larger, because I don't want to edit and like try to divide them and fix them and whatever. Will I have to apply material to each one of them separately? Hopefully not. Yeah, it seems like it. Anyway, it seems like for some of them, yes. Okay, let's just leave it like this for now. Now, what about this side? I'm not sure. I will definitely switch out the material off the sidewalk here. So let me go to, is it called grounds, or is it pavement? Yeah, it's pavement. Pavement 08, pavement 09, pavement 11, pavement 01. I'll just use pavement 01. No, not the whole thing. How can I select only this part? So something like this. Yeah, this works. That's fine. Let's do the same thing on the other side as well. Perfect. Cool. Let's continue with the rest. What I will say is, let me go ahead and add a new material. This will be a grass material because it helps with the context here in the back. And I would love to have some bigger trees generated there. Let's see. So I'm trying to find my grass texture, which I use most often because it seemed to give me the best results in Enscape. I'll show you how it looks like in just a minute. Resources, materials is this one. It's basically this one here. So grass texture. I'm imported it, and now I'll just apply it. If you have any questions, let me know in the chat. I'll happily answer any of them to the best of the ability. And also, please let me know where you guys are watching from. Where is everyone watching from? I'd love to know more about the whole demographic of this audience. Why is this? Do we have the material library open, or what's going on? Oh, this was hidden behind. Okay, perfect. Let me put this over here, and I'll just apply this. Cool. All right. Let's make these a bit bigger. Those are not as visible as I would want them to be, so let me try something different. Okay. I'm from India, sir. Germani from Antigua. Nice to have you here. Hello, watching from the UK. Ashley, nice to have you here as well. Thank you very much for joining in. I'm excited to see that there's a lot of variety and diversity in the audience today and most of the days, to be honest. So yeah, perfect. All right, let me go over here. Let me go in model. Let's go to metal. Steel brush, stainless steel. Let me choose these. Apply it. Perfect. Then we move on. We also have to check out and fix the actual window frames as well. That is an important part that we have to take care of. Pretty sure they should be the same green metal, but we will take care of that when time comes. It looks very empty as of now, but it will look better. Let's just be patient because I know that this is usually how the whole process goes. Hello from Ethiopia, says Unde. Nice to have you here, Unde. Metallic roughness, let's go 30. This looks much better now. Okay, the metallic material is looking better, and yeah, let me check how we can make this even better, because I'm pretty sure that yeah, right here we can add a tree. We can, like, I think it's missing context. I'm not sure if I should add the context first or if I should just finish the materials. I think I'm gonna go and finish the materials because there's not a lot left anyway, right? So let me select this steel brush. I will apply it. Cool. All right, and then what else? Yeah, I think the window frames are the same metallic green, so I'll apply it here. I'll apply it on this side as well. Perfect. All right, this seems to be working fine. What else? Where else do we need to apply this? This right here works. Right, let's go for these other window frames as well. Cool. I'm thinking, yeah, I think we need to apply concrete material here in the driveway. So I'm gonna go to concrete. Let's choose concrete 03. Let's import the selection. I will apply it right here. Nice. What else will we need here? I love your channel. Thank you. I appreciate it, Tunde. What else do I need here? I'm just checking out to see. Yeah, I think these divisions, I'll just cover them somehow. I'm not sure how I'll do that. It will take some time, but let me just finish the other parts first. So this right here, I'll just fill with grass. And this over here should be grass as well. This over here should be grass as well. This over here should be grass as well. And then maybe let me take this concrete material, let me apply it over here. Let me take this grass, let me apply it over here. Concrete material once again. Let's take this off, let's apply it. Perfect. And let's do the same with these here. I'll just deselect the parts that are meant to be with grass. Same for the stairs, and this should be grass if I'm not mistaken too. Perfect. All right, what else will we need? This door here. This door here, I'm actually not sure. Yeah, I think this, I'll just put this same blue metallic material on this as well. Over here too, and yeah, maybe these should be glass, it seems like. All right. Now I think it's time to add more context, honestly, especially with the vegetation, and especially with the road. So let me go first to vehicles. Let me just choose this one, for example. This is, I think, an E-Class wagon. Yeah, it's an E-Class. Pretty sure it's an E-Class. Anyway, let me put this over here, and then let's probably gonna try and put a car in motion somewhere. So let's go to the asset library, and let me choose, I'm not sure. Yeah, just something regular. Maybe just this Volkswagen Passat. Let's just put this over there. Always, is your plans hedges? Yeah, I will do that in just a second. Actually, yeah, I appreciate that. I'll just do that in a second. Some vehicles, maybe some people going in the front door. This part over here as well, but it's definitely good. Like, I'm gonna put a ton of vegetation here. Okay. Maybe I should switch out this asphalt material as well. Is it grounds? No. Where is it? Is it roads? Road 10. Yeah, I think this asphalt material looks better. What else would help here? I think I'll just move on to vegetation for now, or maybe, yeah, maybe let me choose like a dark gray color like this and apply it to the lights. Cool. Yeah, this over here as well. This doesn't seem to be touching the wall, which shouldn't happen. Is it the same with this? Yep, this should be touching the wall as well. Cool. And then maybe, since I'm using that same material, maybe I'll just apply it on these gaps here. Or should I just, I'm trying to, I think I'll just do this, and then the same on this side. That is fine as well, and let's just do this. Okay, I leave that for now. Okay, I will move on to the rest. How do you group objects so well? When I double or triple click, it selects my entire work and not just blocks I created. What do you mean? I mean, you just basically group. I think it's just about the workflow not being destructive, I guess. So maybe yeah, just select things one step at a time while you're creating them. Okay, now let me go. I think the composition now needs to be a bit better. So maybe I lower the camera a bit. Let me go something like this. I'm not sure if I should decrease the field of view. Maybe not. Let me increase the depth of field. Focus. Let me put it in the building itself. Just that way the actual this part is a bit blurred out. And maybe I should move a bit backwards, or let me go back to the composition. What I'm thinking is maybe making this sidewalk a bit smaller, and just that way it looks a bit greener. So let me select this. Over here. Cool. Okay, now let me go. I think now it's time to, I don't know if that makes sense. Kinda. I think I understand what you're saying. Let me know if I answered it correctly, as in, like, while you're modeling, just once you finish modeling one part, just group it and then move on to the other. And then you can basically do a group of the actual groups, if I understood correctly. Anyway, let me go to the asset library once again. Let me go to multi-asset placement. Let me go to vegetation. Let me go to bush. Let me select a bunch of these. I'll just want to make the back part a bit more irregular. So if I select this, let me increase the density. Yeah. Confirm placement, apply changes. Let me do the same. Yeah, I think I'm gonna apply the same on here. No, not there. Let me just get closer. Over here. Regenerate, regenerate, regenerate. I think I definitely need this a lot more dense. See, it's a lot more dense there, but just not here. Okay, that's a bit weird. Anyway. Oh, this part is supposed to be, yeah, this part is supposed to be with vegetation as well here at the top. Let me check. I'll check in a second. But anyway, confirm placement, and let me get off of here, apply changes. Let me go back to the view management, camera one. It looks a bit too messy. I think I wanna add now some bigger bushes. So maybe something like this. I'll rotate them in just a second because we need to have them randomized. That way they look a bit better. So let's make this a bit bigger. Let me rotate it on this side and move it to the left a bit. And then let's make this a bit smaller. Let me rotate it like this. Let me make this very small. Let me rotate it. Then this I'll make a lot bigger, a bit on the right. Just that way they are a bit more randomized, I would say. Okay, and then I will just add, yeah, more fuller. Yeah, for sure. Anyway, let me go back to, yeah, the asset library, vegetation. I want to find some smaller trees that maybe I can place around here. That is a bit bigger than I would like it, but I think it would fit well here, right? Okay, and then asset library, let's go to vegetation. Let me go to tree once again. I'm not sure would this work. Go and put this over here. I'm trying to figure this out. So these are fine. I think the landscape is looking better. I think this white looks a bit wider than I would want it to, so maybe let's just keep it like this somehow. What else do we need here? Let me check. So this I'll probably make a bit darker. And oh, well, the frames of these I'll probably make green as well. Okay, and not sure what is the white part show. Oh, I think it's just reflecting. Anyway, what else will we need here? I'm trying to check some things out. I think this is supposed to be brick as well. Pretty sure it is. And the same for this side, if I'm not mistaken. And then what else? What else is it? Let me just choose these over here. I think the vegetation is what will make the biggest difference from now on, and maybe some more experimentation with the lighting, in my opinion. These are the two biggest, I guess, the two biggest things that will make the difference in this render. All right. Then let me choose this combination once again. Let me move it here at the, I'm trying to move it a bit to the front of the camera, maybe not as close, maybe, yeah, a bit more forward and a lot smaller as well. These ones I'm going to take off, and then I'll probably just use a tree here for the framing. How do you compete with freelance when other people create more realistic visuals with Corona, etc.? You compete on speed because they're going to be a lot slower than you. That's basically what I've done in everything, even the content, right? Someone that uses 3ds Max and Corona is never going to be able to match the amount of volume that I will be putting out on content, just because I'm able to create renders a lot faster and create content a lot faster. And same thing with the freelancing. Just remember that speed is super, super important in any kind of business that you're dealing with. And that's what I took advantage of Enscape. No, not like that. What skybox do you recommend? I think just test a bunch out and then you can choose for yourself. I don't know the names of the skybox that I use from Polyhaven. I just know that I use that I download them from Polyhaven. Like, I have no idea. I renamed them myself later on just so I can remember them easier. Well, so what type of projects do your clients prefer to see more? Architecture models or interior spaces? It totally depends. For me, it's always been a mix of both, I would say. So yeah, totally depends. If you're targeting interior designers, then I mean, there's no point in doing exterior renders. If you're targeting architects, it's good to have a mix of both. But I would say, what I would say is that usually architects have a lot more budget in projects than interior designers, but interior designers have usually more workload, more ongoing work than architects do. This is from my personal experience. It doesn't mean that it's always like that. It's just like what I usually see. I think I need some irregularities here at the asphalt, and I make the grass maybe a bit darker. What do you think of the render so far, guys? I'm interested to hear your feedback here, because it's looking interesting, not gonna lie. It's looking interesting. What else? Well, I'm looking at this. I think maybe adding a neighboring home, just to see it at the edge, will make it look a bit more, I guess, realistic, and give it a bit more context overall. So let's just choose something similar to our model. Let me put it over here in the back. Let's also make it bigger. Okay, let's just leave that over there, and let me choose another one, which is simple. So yeah, maybe this one as well. Let me put it over here. I'll make it bigger, and I'll move it a bit on the right. Cool. Let me move this so as well. What do you guys think of the render so far? Well, okay, cool. You're creating realistic scenes. Thank you. I add some decals on the asphalt and on the white wall. Yeah, if only I could do that in Enscape. Cool. What do you think of the render so far? Now I think I need to tweak the composition just a bit. So, pro tip: if you want help on composition, you can go at the grid lines here. You can do show grid lines, and then this can help you kind of center out the image. So maybe something like this could help, right? Maybe a bit on the right, I think. And let me go over here. I think something like this. Add some trash can. Yeah, I think that can help. Yeah, it's all about adding. I can add like a postal, whatever it is. I think it's all about adding more context to the surroundings. Let's go to sky. Let me rotate this a bit. Maybe we can leave it something like this. It doesn't look too bad, right? I think it looks all right. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the render so far? Is there anything else that stands out to you? Albert from Atlanta. Hello, Albert. Nice to have you here. Let me go to the asset library. Let me go to street props. Yeah, maybe just add, like, I don't know, a manhole here. We cannot see it there. Maybe we just add, let me go to the asset library once again. It's already good. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I think it's good. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna spend too much more time on this. I think I'm gonna move forward. I think what I'll do is maybe play around with the lighting just a little bit more. And then we're gonna move on to D5 to render the same building. There's some very good sun angles that we can hit here that would definitely look good. Maybe something like this can help. What do you guys think? Auto exposure. So I'll just go through the settings real quick. Auto exposure, focus is good. Auto contrast, saturation, maybe we can increase it a bit. Cloud temperature is all right. Motion blur, bloom. Do we need more bloom? I don't think so. Vignette, maybe we can tune it up a bit. Lens flare. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. Chromatic aberration. It's fine. Intensity of fog. We do not need more fog. We do not need fog at all, maybe. Okay, sun brightness. I think sun brightness is all right. Oh, wait. Is the grass material even grass? No, right? It's not even in 3D because I didn't name it correctly. Let me just do grass. Cool. It should be fixed now, right? What? Why isn't it? Uh, why isn't the grass 3D yet? Definitely needs to also be a lot bigger, and it also needs to be 3D grass. Why does it look so weird? Cool. Okay, now we have the grass as well. It's already good, beautiful. Okay, I think it's looking fine. I think it's looking all right. I think it's a good base image. Maybe we could improve it if we look at a lot more details, but we're in a live stream, and yeah, I'm just trying to get a minimum viable look at this. So I'm gonna render this out, and we're gonna keep this as reference as the Enscape render. Okay, so let me go over here. Let me just save this real quick. Live stream, Enscape versus D5, Enscape render. Ace. Cool. Let me just render this out. Maybe I'll you do this on. Maybe I'll upload this on AI as well. The garage door is way too metallic as well, which we do not need for now. Hopefully this doesn't glitch out. Let me go to Krea.ai, and then once we're done with that, I think I'm going to show you the Enscape render, and then we're going to create the same render on D5 as well. On D5, I think I'm going to take off all the Enscape assets and just going to leave the materials. And that's basically what I'm. So I've uploaded the image here. We're going to wait. Do you try multi-stream like YouTube and TikTok? I've been wanting to do that in so long, like maybe live streaming in multiple platforms at once, even LinkedIn, Facebook, every platform that allows it. But I did a little bit of research on some tools, but do you actually know any tools that I can do all of that at once? Okay, so this is the before and this is the after. Not sure. I think I'll just I'll just download this. Let me go to Photoshop. How can I stop this now? Anyway, let me go to Photoshop. I'll add this on top. OBS can do it, I think. Really, I've never. I use OBS. By the way, I'm live streaming with OBS right now, but I just don't know how to do it in multiple platforms. But in TikTok, you need TikTok Studio. I don't know. I have TikTok and I upload there, but I do not consume that much TikTok, to be honest. Like not that much, but it's not even on my phone, so I don't know exactly how that would work. So this is the image that we created, right? So I'm gonna export this as PNG. Let me go to Enscape with AI. Cool. All right, perfect. Now let me take this off. I won't save this. Yeah, let me show you the render and how it actually looks, how the final Enscape render looks like. What do you guys think of this? What do you think of this render? We created it in about, I think, 40 minutes. We also applied materials to it and everything. What do you think of this, honestly? I think it could be a lot better in some parts, but overall it's a pretty good image, I would say. And from this, I'll move on to D5. All right. So I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna close Enscape. I'm gonna go to our SketchUp, and what I will do is, well, let me just save this file as the Enscape file. And then after I delete the shadow, already fine, and it's good already. It looks great. Pawn. What is pawn? What do you mean by pawn? I know pawn is a chess figure, a chess piece, high standard. Cool. See, now I wish that I added a tag on all the Enscape assets that I put in. That way I could have just turned it off or deleted the whole everything that we included from Enscape, which would be much easier for our transformation that is going to take place on D5 as well, right? Maybe you need place of some interior for the detail. Yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, that is one of the things. So if I would say things that need to be improved here, let's say I would review my own render here. I already know things that will make it better. It would be, as you said, here, add some more interior, right? This is one thing. Second thing, make this asphalt a lot more regular. Maybe add a little bit of water. Maybe add some water drainage here on the side. Maybe add some smaller bushes here around. Maybe add a person walking up the stairs, right? Maybe a person walking up the stairs here that would add to the story. Decrease the roughness. I mean, increase the roughness on the metallic blue in the green metallic material, and make a separate material which also would be green of the garage door, but it wouldn't be metallic. Do you have custom assets library in Enscape? No, I do not. Okay. Progress will be lost. Let me take these off. Let me take these off. Let me take these off. Perfect. I'll take these. After we're done with these little bushes, we'll be ready to move on to D5. Some depth of field would be nice. It already has depth of field. It already has depth of field. Maybe we should have increased it or something. But yeah, it already has depth of field. Anyway. Cool. Let me close this once again. And is there anything else? Okay, we'll delete these as well. And then after that, we'll be ready to move on to D5, which will be a challenge in itself. I think we already have a hard match here. Because this is a pretty good image for a live stream, right? What do you guys think? Will I be able to create a better render with D5 than this? This is the base. This is the competition that we have here, right? This is Enscape, and it was pretty quick, right? What do you guys think? Will I be able to create a better render with D5? Well, I'm excited to see. What I'll tell you is that I will try my best because I really want to surpass the level that I'm at in D5. And yeah, hopefully I can do that. So I'll do this as well. Cool, let me apply these. All right, I'm gonna save this as my D5 file. Save as D5 file. Cool. And now I will open D5. We have Gilbert from Ghana. Nice to have you here as well. All right, so I'm gonna go and open D5 render, and I will open our D5 file. Let's see. Open live streams D5 file. Let's see how this will look like. Okay. Some lighting in carport, yeah, probably yes. Beginner's guide. Don't show this again, please. I'm not a beginner anymore. Okay. Let's go. Let's edit the camera. Let's put 2-point perspective. We should go inside the camera first, I think. Yeah, 2-point perspective. Field of view should be 70. What happened? Display? No. Fly. Okay. Wait. If field of view is 70, then we should be somewhere in this position. Is everything fine here? I think 16 by 9. Cool. Is everything okay? Does it seem a bit distorted? I think D5, yeah, D5 vegetation is probably higher quality, I would say. I think there's something weird happening here. This is perspective, right? This is 3-point perspective. 2-point perspective, good. Now I think it's fixed. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep the image open on one side, the Enscape image on one side. Let's keep it like this. And let's go. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna save the scene. Let's go to effect. Let's go to environment. I would say let's go to HDRI. I'm gonna apply the same HDRI that we applied in Enscape as well. It was the midday HDRI. Sun. And the sun follows HDRI. You'll rotate it. The sunlight intensity 0.3. Let's leave it like that for now. Perfect. Speaking of which, any advice on how to add urban environments to make it look natural? HDRIs. I would say HDRIs with higher definition. Cool. Okay, this affects, yeah, I think let's just leave it like, oh, you know what? Maybe, can we use, what's it called? The atmosphere match. That's what it is. So if you go to atmosphere match, and maybe if I apply the image that I created with Enscape and AI, right? Snap current view, and if I start generating a same kind of environment for our scene as well, will that do it? Or maybe just the HDRI alone will be enough. By the way, if you just joined the live stream, we are doing a full comparison of Enscape and D5. Earlier in the live stream, I created this render in Enscape. Now we are tackling the same render in D5 and seeing if we can, I'm hoping that I will be able to create maybe a better image. Because if I don't, every D5 render nerd is going to tell me that I'm not good at D5 and that's why the render wasn't good and you just don't know how to use D5 and blah, 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 whatever. Style is being migrated. Can I take the style off easily if I don't like it? Because I already do not like it. Yeah, I don't think this is working fine. Midday. Geo and sky, midday is your eye. How can I reset everything? Wait, 1 second. How can I reset everything? How can I reset everything back to normal? Except the camera, like the actual angle of the camera. Effects. How can I reset everything? Does anyone know? So how can I go back to when I didn't use the atmospheric match? Do I just take this off? Take this off? Nothing. Maybe Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Is it this? Yes. Okay. Cool. I just clicked undo a bunch of times and it worked. All right. Let me just keep the image here. That way I can be based on that. All right. We have the materials. We have the composition. D5 already gives some HDRIs. Yeah, D5 has some built-in HDRIs. Yeah. Anyway, we have the composition. We have to tweak some of the materials, but overall they're placed. And we're basically just gonna have to add the surroundings. Cool. Let's see. I'm excited to see how this goes. First things first, I'm going to choose the grass material. I'm going to make it grass. This is already taking longer than it should. We have the grass material. What is this? I'm just testing some different types of grass here. This grass material, I think I should using D5 too, but my VRAM only 4 gigabytes. Yeah, that's the other thing about D5 is that it has a bigger barrier to entry. Cool. All right. I mean, this is the grass from D5 at the end of the day. I mean, Enscape doesn't have much settings for grass as well. And then next up, what we will do is we'll go to the asset library. Let's go to model. Let's go to outdoor or nature. Yeah, nature. So I do share a live with the public. It's Aloy. What do you mean do I share with the public? Let's go back to our camera here. Customize Azure Eye midday. Please don't change this back because I cannot go back to the same settings again and again. One annoying thing is that I have to update the settings for in the view every time I change a tiny little thing. I'm gonna try to find the same rotation as what I have in Enscape. I think it is right here. Yeah, I think I have the same exact rotation actually. Yep, this is the same rotation, so I'm not gonna touch it anymore. It is the same. Do you know how to download all resources like for insurance, something on D5? I was seeing my friend using D5, he downloaded the resources one by one. Yeah, I noticed that as well. I'm actually not sure if you can do it all together with one click. So yeah, that's a good question. Scatter. So if I use scatter, is there any way I can just, I don't know, there's no paint bucket here, right, for scatter. If I go to nature, and if I go to trees, well, let me try a bit. I'm gonna find some taller trees. So if I go tree, low poly, I do not want low poly. Japanese tree, I do not want a Japanese tree. It just does. Okay, so let's say this one, ash tree. Let's say this one. Let's say this one. So we'll add that. Let's wait for these two to load. 3,833 resources need long time to download. Yes, I totally agree. Only these two are already taking a few minutes. I mean, a few seconds, maybe even a minute. Not only 3,008. Yeah, so 3,833 is only nature. I would say though, it's nice that they have this much variety of models. Definitely. I'll apply this. I'll apply this. Let me go downwards. Let's go second page. Third page. Why is it showing? It's showing some random models that are not related to what I'm searching right now, what I filtered. Okay. I'll download this just for the sake of it. I'll download this. I mean, I'll add this as well, So I want some taller trees. I think the asset library has a lot more variety. Okay. The asset library here has a lot more variety. The scatter tool, I'm not a huge fan of, I would say. While that downloads, let me just check something on the live stream real quick. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to let me know in the chat. As always, I'm gonna try and answer it to the best of my ability. Okay, so we added these, right? Now, if I just use the paint bucket tool. Oh, okay, so this is much better than I expected. Can I randomize them? How can I take all of these off now and maybe um, objects? No. Brush history. Is there, so here's one thing that I would say about the scatter tool. One thing about the scatter tool is that I wish it was easier to make the changes after you've placed everything. Namaste, I'm from India. Hello, nice to have you here. I wish it was a lot easier to apply changes. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Effect, exposure, turn it off. We do not want auto exposure. Why is it all dark now? So D5 is good for placing random tree. Why was it? Yeah, I didn't want it on this side as well. That's why the lighting was all messed up. Here's what I would say. I think if it has somehow a way, if it somehow had a way to edit it after you've placed it, like the size, randomization, and all of this, then I think it's honestly a great thing. But yeah, radius, let me decrease the radius. I'll take all of these off for now because it's just covering way too much of our, and yeah, I'll take off some of these in the back here as well because we do not need them. Cool. Let's take this off. Let's go back to our camera. All right, that's good. Environment, now the exposure can be turned off from auto. We'll fix it later on. Okay, and now what else will we need? So I think, I don't know, the colors of the green here are a little bit different, like of the vegetation and everything. What I'll say is, let me just do another round of, yeah, let me do another round of scattering. So let me go to scatter, and let me go to shrubs. I'll choose just a bunch here because I want to create some more randomization to the terrain, I mean to the whole landscape. So this waiting for each asset is a bit annoying. It just slows down the whole workflow. It would be great, as you said, so D5 can place random buildings, so yes. Should use new scatter tool there. Yeah, we'll use Lumion as well. You should use the new scatter tool. I'm not, do I have the latest version of D5 or not? Because I think it showed up that I need to update a few weeks ago, but I didn't have time to wait for it to update. So I'm not sure if I'm even using the latest version here. Is it a huge difference between the new scanner and the existing one? Waiting for a twin motion tutorial, so if you try Lumion. So here's the thing. A lot of you are asking for different software. I'm planning to branch a lot slowly. So I do not plan to go too heavy on multiple softwares at once, right? I just want to get really good. So my next step is probably going to be doing some more D5. I'm going to keep on uploading Enscape videos anytime that there's some new content to talk about in Enscape. Just the thing is that I've covered everything that I can cover without going into the course content here online. And that's why I want to move on to D5 as well and just other software in general. So that's one thing. Random size, align to terrain. Will this allow me to, okay, let's place them here. Okay, I see. All right. Well, let me close this off first. Oh my god, it even plays some over there. So the scatter tool is a bit messy. 2.7 version new scatter is absolutely game changing, really. Okay, so it's even better than, it's better than the one I'm using right now. That's cool. Perfect. All right, let me go once again to, let me select what we have here. Brush history. Let me increase its radius. Cool. I think we should be fine now. Well, these ones aren't too bad. It's just that they're too big. So in order for me to change those, I'll go over here. Let me decrease the radius. I need to, yeah, take this off. Okay, I see. So let me go ahead and take this off. Let me update this. Cool, cool, cool. Let me go to the assets once again. Text to 3D. Wow. Yeah, I know. D5 is really quick to add new features, by the way. I've noticed this about D5. Enscape development has been a lot slower. I think you should make different surface for placing the plant. Not sure. We'll check that out. Twin motion, please. After a while, I'll probably do twin motion as well. But let's see how things go overall. Anyway, what was I about to do? Yeah, I was adding some shrubs. I'm not sure where I can find this one. So which one is that? Was it on second page? Was it this one? No, it wasn't this one. Okay, was it? Let me go downwards. Second page. Third page. I'm not sure which one was it. Maybe it was in the first page as well. This one is a lot smaller, right? Yeah. All right, did I try that one? Golden privet. Wait, I haven't saved this D5 file. I have to do that before I do anything else. 1 second. Let me go here. Let me save the file. File, save as. Go to our live stream file. I'm gonna do D5 render file. Okay. Let's just wait a few seconds until this saves. All right. I think we should have the comparison ready in about 20 minutes. And I'm hoping that my camera doesn't die out in live. If it dies out, just know that I'll be here. It just take a few seconds for me to switch out the cameras. Should Enscape introduce multi-mapping for placing multiple textures? It definitely should introduce, but they're not introducing it. They're adding stupid other features. Like energy efficiency calculations or whatever the hell that is. I mean, I don't know who asked for that. I'm not even sure who asked for that. It's just, I don't know. Yeah. You know, I love Enscape as a software. I think it's perfect the way it is right now. I mean, not perfect. I'm saying as in, like, it's very good the way it is right now. I just think they're developing a lot slower than I would want them to. Like, and not only in the product side, even marketing is so slow. Their social media sucks. It absolutely sucks. Them implementing changes in the product also is very, very slow. I don't know. I think, yeah, It's too slow for updates. Yes, it's good that other people are noticing it as well. And that's because, I mean, in my opinion, this is why I think it is. I think Chaos has just too many products, and yeah, their whole focus is scattered, just like the scatter tool. Okay, so now let me scale this up. Let's increase the size of it. Maybe not as much. Let's make this smaller, and yeah. I think this should be a lot smaller. I don't think it's small enough. Yeah, I'm just testing a few things out. The vegetation, I'm not sure if I'm not choosing the right one, but so far I don't think it looks that right. Maybe it's just the lighting overall as well. Who knows? Well, we'll figure this out as we go. Let's try this one. Berbergy, whatever it is. Add scatter in the top menu bar, shortcut key X. Okay, let me try that out in just a second. Add scatter at the main toolbar, shortcut key X. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know about that. Yeah, Enscape used to slow around, but they so good at replacing interior, not only in Enscape but on Sketchfab and ArcCAD. They will show interior replacing. I hope D5 can do like Enscape. Yeah, you mean like, do you mean like the syncing between it or what? Okay. And then I'll also need to add another tree here on the side, just like we did for the Enscape render. Then we'll add some neighboring combs. I think we'll add some variety in the bushes here. We'll add a car here, a car there. Then we'll fix the lighting. So let's go to the assets. I still have trouble finding things as fast in D5, but I mean, I'm not blaming D5 for that, because the fact is that I've been using a D5 for less time than I've been using Enscape. Please do Twinmotion tutorials. I probably will in the future. I just want to get some very good D5 content out there first, maybe for the next quarter, and after that I will go on Twinmotion as well. Why not? Because I mean, the thing is, a lot of people, especially in comments, a lot of people presume that the reason why I was doing so much Enscape content was because like Chaos was paying me and this and that. Like I'm doing marketing for Chaos and whatever. I mean, the truth isn't that. I mean, I just enjoyed using Enscape and that's it. The moment that Enscape started moving a lot slower, the way that it is right now, I'm just using other software, and I really don't care about it. Yeah, and I haven't switched off completely. I'll still use Enscape. I'll still upload Enscape videos, but yeah, I don't think D5 doesn't have houses, right? House, home. Does D5 have like houses that I can put in as neighboring homes or something? Outdoor buildings? Yeah, buildings. There's only larger buildings. New scatter is top menu, last tried icon. Wait. Okay, I think I'll test that out. Like the showing furniture and Enscape is it showing furniture? I see what you mean. I think I know what you mean. Why doesn't D5 have a house in? They should have a house. Street views? Is it street views? What is it? Street views? No, it's not this. Road facilities? It's not this. Commercial. I was thinking they should have. Why don't they have outdoor buildings? That's so weird. It definitely helped in our Enscape render. We can add that in SketchUp, I think, anyway, but okay, let's go to assets. Yeah, we also need to go to vehicles. Let's go vehicles, outdoor, car, low poly, wagon. I'm gonna put this on the side of the road here, and then I'll just do the SUV maybe in the parking, or is it just too big? I think it will just catch too much attention. We definitely need to do some color correction on this render as well. We definitely need to tweak the materials. We definitely need to tweak the lighting. Okay, yeah. Also the thing that D5 has over Enscape is the moving assets. It's been 4 years that I've been using Enscape. Ever since then, every time I go into the community, the Enscape forum, it's always been one of the most requested features, but no one seems to care about that. No one. Absolutely no one from Enscape seems to care about that. All right. I think we definitely need to tweak the materials soon. Maybe I'll leave that for last. We are putting the same, similar kind of wagon that we put on our Enscape render as well. Cool. And then let's just add some variety to the bushes. So this is the new, so select material, select model, right? So let's say I wanted to select the model where it was scattered, but the whole thing is grouped, right? So what if I select the material? Is it that any part? Yeah, so everything with the same material, because in Enscape I can just use, like, I can select the surface, right, instead of the whole material or the whole model. That's the thing. Anyway, I'll just do it manually real quick. So let me go over here. Let me scroll downwards a bit. Let me go to assets once again. Let me go to nature. Let me go to shrubs, and I'll scroll downwards. Enscape 4 has moving assets, right? No, no, it doesn't, and I don't think they're planning to ever add it. I don't think they are ever planning to add moving assets. So if you're staying on Enscape and hoping that one day they will add moving assets, I'm sorry to break it for you, but no, that's not happening. What is this? Listrum vulgari. Is there any other type of bushes that I can use? What about something like this? Enscape should have added moving assets a long time ago. But instead of adding new features to existing software, they're just going and creating even more software. Like Vantage and whatever, Eclipse or whatever those are. This one should be cool. I think this one will add a lot more variety to the whole scene. It should. Let's see how it looks like once we place it. Yeah, it seems like the HDRI is behaving differently on D5 than it did on Enscape, which sucks. Okay, so this definitely adds some variety to what we have here. This is good. We'll change the sizes between them in just a second, because we need to make them look a bit more randomized. All right, let's go back to our view. Let's rotate this a bit. Size, let's do, for example, 1700. Let's do on this one 1900. Let's do 45 on the Z axis. Use Enscape 3.5.5. Yeah, Enscape. Yeah, it is more stable. It is more stable. J Mystery is right. It is more stable. I like the vegetation. I honestly like the vegetation. Now I wish I can find a similar tree to the ones that I had in Enscape for the part here in the middle. And I think we will be closer to being done once we also fix the lighting. But anyway, if you guys have any other questions, if you just joined the live stream, I'll just let you know that this is what we created in Enscape as a final image with AI as well. But we're going to use AI for D5 as well. This is what came out, and this is what we're working on D5. As of now, obviously, the Enscape image is finished. The D5 image is still in progress. It will take a bit more time, maybe about like 10 minutes, and then we'll have a clear comparison. So this is comparing images from the same person on two different software and kind of the same composition, the same project. So I think it will be a very good comparison overall. But anyway, we added some variety there. What else? Let me go to the assets once again. I think we downloaded another asset which was adding some variety to our image too. Was it this one? Maybe, yeah, I don't think we have a good place for this. Let's see. All right, let me go to trees and just type in tree, nature, tree. I'm going to try and find something similar to what we had in Enscape. I think something like this can work. Let's just wait until it downloads. I think I'll move this further here. And then we have to deal with, yeah, I think we have to deal with the lighting, which I think is going to be a bit tricky. The sun is a bit too white. I think it needs to be, too cold. I think it needs to be a bit warmer. Yeah. Okay, so first of all, let me just select this. Oh, that isn't scatter, so I cannot even edit that individually. Let me move this backwards over here. Size of it, let's do 4,500. Let me move this upwards and on the left. Okay, back to our camera here. Yeah, whatever. Let's just leave it like that for now. Is there anything else that I needed to add? I don't think so for now. First things first, let me go back to the sun. Make the cloud temperature a lot warmer. Well, not of that, I think. Yeah, this is where I'm supposed to tweak the sun. Yeah, so this definitely needed to be warmer. This was a good move. There was buildings in the tab. Your vegetation in D5 looks much better. Having D5 having cool color and Enscape having warm color. There are grids to help compose the scene in D5, right? D5 is more clear. Please check again. Buildings, yeah, there was building, but there were homes. Let me just save this first. I don't want to lose the progress. There were buildings, but I don't think there were homes, right? Jay, do you think there's homes here? If it is, I'll be happy to use them, because those definitely helped our last render. I think you need to put some house or some buildings, but there's no house. I think, if it makes that much of a difference, I think I can just go in SketchUp and do it. At the end of the day, right? And I also think I need to make this tree bigger because the shadow in Enscape was bigger because the tree was bigger, right? Let's see. Okay, so that was saved. Yeah, I think you need to put, but there's no house. True. Let me go and make this tree bigger. So let's do 1500. No, not, yeah, I think I forgot 10. Yeah, this. Go a bit backwards. No, not the car. I think something like this, right? The shadows were a bit more to the right. Maybe I should change. Maybe it is about the rotation of the HDRI a bit as well, but not too much. Anyway, I think I have to go to environment and make the color temperature again a bit warmer because we didn't save it last time. Perfect. I think you need to put, yeah, I think I read that before. Okay, perfect. What else is there that I can do? Yeah, this here. Let me go to environment once again. Let me try and rotate it a bit. Yeah, maybe something like this. Okay, sun disk radius. Maybe the shadows need to be a bit. The shadows need to be a bit softer. I'm trying to figure this out. Make the front tree on the right smaller. Why? Why would you say that? Because I'm trying to put the shadows here, right? That's kind of the point of it. Anyway, let me see. What else was I supposed to do here? Yeah, maybe I can just go ahead and tweak the materials, and then at the end, let me go to environment once again. This, the HDRI, it seems to be fine. If I go to effects, exposure seems to be okay as well. Contrast, highlight, shadows, okay, and then slope, white balance, tint, bloom, lens flare, vignette, maybe just a little bit of vignette. I think the issue isn't on the tree being smaller. I think the leaves need to be a bit less dense, but I think now I see your point. Yeah, true. Okay. Effects, saturation is fine. Let me update this. And then for the camera, I think I need to do some camera settings as well in just a second. But anyway, I think let me edit the materials a bit. So this needs to be metallic. The roughness 0.3. It was the same way in Enscape. And then the bricks, these need to be, wait 1 second, displacement, height, roughness, maybe we lower the roughness a bit. This needs to be transparency, yeah, displacement as well, maybe a bit more height, maybe decrease the roughness a bit. Same for this, decrease the roughness, displacement, increase height. Asphalt, make this a bit less, maybe less reflective, and then let's go to displacement once again. Let's increase the height. Okay, what do you guys think so far? Is there any inputs from your side on what we can improve here? I mean, assets, maybe with, let's try 3D. Let's try contemporary home. I don't know, generate. Okay, so this costs. This is extra. I see. All right, let me just save this first. Let me go back to our SketchUp file. And in our SketchUp file, I'm gonna go, yeah, I mean, I don't know why, they should definitely add homes in the asset library. So let's do contemporary home or house or whatever. House. Download this. Add bees. Yay. What do you mean add bees? Like as in bees, the insect or animal, whatever they are. I'm not sure. Enscape and AI. Cool. Let's see. So I'll take this off. I'll take everything off except the actual building. So this will be one of the neighboring homes, and yeah, we'll check on the other side what we'll put. Okay, this is one of them, and let's try another one. Let's go to SketchUp once again, contemporary house. Maybe, bro, can I give a car motion Enscape? No, you cannot do that in Enscape, unfortunately. We were talking about that just a little bit earlier, and I don't think Enscape is planning on to adding motion and animated assets anytime soon, which absolutely sucks. Like, it's so bad. Modern contemporary home, let's download this as well, even though it's a bit heavy, I think. They're only going to show here at the edge, but it gives context. It gives a lot of context and improves the whole render a lot, in my opinion. Okay, so as far as I know, if I just save the SketchUp file, it should be applied in D5 as well, right? No? Or do I go to import it? Is it applied? Object? What is going on? No. Imported object, D5. Focus on, how was I supposed to replace from reload, right? This cannot be outdone. Hopefully I didn't mess this whole thing up. Thanks, Heaven. Thanks for joining in. Anyways, if you guys just joined, I'm just letting you know that I created this in Enscape earlier this live stream. We are doing the same project in 2 different rendering engines, and we're going to compare them towards the end, and then I will make a summary video soon explaining everything in detail on the workflows and choosing, I guess, our winner. Cool. We definitely need to take off some of the trees that are blocking here. So brush over here, let's go to erase. Increase the radius. No, wait. Why cannot I undo the erase? Why? Come on. That's so annoying. I should be able to undo the erasing of something. I'll have to add another tree there. Anyway. See, this doesn't look that good. Maybe I move this a bit more backwards, something like this. Maybe this a bit more backwards as well. Let me save. Let me update it once again. Object, D5, reload. Looking amazing, sir. Thank you, I appreciate it. I mean, it's looking fine. I still think both of the renders have room for improvement. As I mentioned earlier, I think I reviewed the render, my own render myself. but overall it's looking okay. I mean, it's a good base for both of them to be able to have a fair comparison, in my opinion. This is looking good. This one, not really. Maybe I just can I just flip this around, please? The scatter in D5 is a bit annoying, not gonna lie. Flip, come on. Why isn't the flip option? Changes select. So all same tag, edit component. Save. Reload. Come on. Love it. What happened? No. What happened? What the hell happened? No, please. What happened? What the hell happened here? Reload. No, come on. Come on. I didn't even render the image out. I wish I just at least render this out. Oh my god. I am not willing to go through this whole process again. Plus my camera is about to die out. Okay, good. This works. Cool. Let me just save it first before I do anything else. Edit, file, save. Yes, there were buildings, but no homes. True. I mean, what do you guys think so far? Honestly, it's pretty close. Not gonna lie, pretty close. Plus, we're gonna add AI to the D5 render. I think it's gonna be pretty close. Saving the project. I think the blue on Enscape is looking. I think we have some issues with color correction here in D5. I'll add another tree here in just a second. It takes a second to resync on big models shell. I think I just need to reload it. It wasn't a thing with resyncing. And the model is not that big. Anyway. It shouldn't take long, even if it does. One second. While this saves, okay, cool. So this saved. One last thing I'm going to do before going to color correction as our final step in D5 is I'm going to go to tree. And yeah, I'm just going to choose a tree quickly to check how it will look if I place it here. Oh, it's the same one with this. No, I don't want the same one. Let's take that off. Let's do this one, I think. Or maybe do that one which is a bit more dense with leaves. Maybe I'll just go for this one. Come on, please. Yeah, that is a bit too much. Let's find something a bit in the middle. But I think for better workflow, we should use 3ds Max and current render. How is it better? Like, how is the workflow better in any way? I've used that and I'm okay with it. Like, I'm not saying I'm like a super seasoned professional with 15 years of experience, but I'm okay with it. But it's in no way a good workflow. I can promise you, I can do a live stream with you guys and I can show you how much worse of a workflow it is. Like, it's so much worse of a workflow. I absolutely hate that workflow. like right now, off the top of my mind, I cannot think of any positive aspects of that workflow. Everything takes so much longer. It just absolutely sucks, in my opinion. And yeah, I know the quality argument that everyone makes, but for me, I think it is good for, it's all right for 3D artists, not for architects, in my opinion. All right, let's go to effects for one final time. White balance. Do we need to go a bit? Well, the white balance seems to be a bit off. Okay. Bloom tint. No tint, zero tint. Okay. What else can we do here? Vignette, chromatic aberration, saturation, bloom. Fuck off. No, I don't want this. Z depth, outline mode. I do not need any of them. What about applying a LUT? Desert LUT, modern dystopian, vibrance. Let's try this and lower the intensity. It absolutely sucks. Anyway, contrast. Maybe we have too much contrast. Maybe we leave it like this. What do you guys think? I think we have some issues with the color correction. Tint, bloom, lens flare. What do you think? You can get 80% of color when 20% are using other stuff. Personally, I currently use 100%. Ahmed, I agree with you. That is a very precise take. I think, honestly, I've done all I can do in this render. I'm also sketchable artist using Enscape for interior. Luminar for exterior is great, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, Luminar for exterior is very good. I never had any problem with Luminar for exteriors. Interiors absolutely suck. Now you're gonna go ahead. The sun is going to skew it yellow. That made me doubt my sanity. The sun is a bit yellowish, I know, but it was way too cold earlier. I'm not sure. I think the color of the grass is a bit, I don't know, I don't like it. How can I blend them out? Normal, specular roughness. Is there any way I can change the color of this grass material? No. Come here. I absolutely ruined the grass. What? Let's use this one first. Let me just test out a few different grass options. I just want to make sure I'm gonna choose the right one. Interiors are much better in Lumen since they introduced ray tracing. I've heard. I doubt it. I doubt it though. Height, intensity, whatever. Grass templates. I don't know. I'm a bit skeptic on these grass templates, to be honest. I don't want it as dark. Maybe I should switch it here somehow. Maybe it needs to be a bit more yellowish. I think the grass in Enscape came out looking much better. And I'm not sure. What do you guys think I can do to the grass to make it look better? Anyways, can you increase your audio for next videos? I'll always use tutorials. Yes, is my audio low? Can you guys hear me well? Is everything fine? There's a green balance in the effects tab, right? Put it to the purple side. A green balance to the effects tab. I thought it was a way to skew the grass watching the new point on YouTube, but I don't know how to do it. You can mess with height. Height? Yeah, height. There's been just no significance in walkthrough landscape as there are no moving landscape. Audio is great. Cool. Awesome. All right. That's good. I thought I was recording in bad audio and none of you told me, and I was going to get mad. Not that you would care. Right? Would life be different? I'm not sure with this grass. It's just pissing me off a bit. Let me just increase the value of the light of it. No, not that much. Decrease the saturation a bit. The grass is pissing me off. The grass needs a bit more yellow in its hue. I agree, it needs more yellow. It is supposed to be something like this, but it's just not looking right. We put it a bit more in the yellow. I think now it's a bit better. No? What do you think? It is a bit better now. Change the age value and ignore the color in the toolbar. Yeah. Cool. Trim. Density, I want to decrease the density a bit because it just seems way too much. Okay. Blend amount, what is this? It controls the blend level of the base color mass for the ground model and grass material. The smaller the value, the more influence. Oh, I see. So this one is a useful feature. Good. Okay. Cool. And let me just update this. Honestly, I genuinely enjoy the standalone Enscape. I'm gonna try it now. Who knows? I might switch from Lumion. The standalone feature is really good on Enscape. I totally agree. It's a big game changer for me as well. Sunlight intensity. Let's try something smaller. I don't like it that low. No, not this much either. 0.2. 0.2. What about, is it? I think it's a bit higher in Enscape. 0.5. Effect, exposure, maybe, yeah. Maybe the local highlight exposure. What do you guys think of this? I mean, honestly, I've tried a few things out. I think maybe we should call it a day with D5. Honestly, like if we put time as a proportion in comparison, like I spend a lot more time on the D5 render than in the Enscape render. Great. Maybe it's the AI later that will fix a lot of things as well for us. The grass still not super happy with it. I'm gonna just give it one more goddamn try. Let's put it a bit more on the level, on the yellow. Blend it, maybe try make it dry darker and some lighter. I think the dry needs to be darker. That's a good call. The smaller the value, the more influence base color map has on the overall color. But it seems like it's having no influence so far. All right. Shadow, no, I think I'm gonna keep the same. So I have the same rotation of the dry as in Enscape, as you can see, right? So I'm keeping it everything. Have you tried it? Yes, I've tried the AI. But do modeling sketch in Corona, it is faster or not? I've tried it as well. It's slow. Change the age value a bit. Ignore the color, meaning don't just try to keep it in the yellow range. Skim across the entire bar. Ah, okay. So I see what you mean. Okay. I see what you mean. Okay, cool. There was another call about decreasing the brightness of the HDRI, which I think it is true. So background. What do you guys think? Honestly, I'm not feeling it too much. I don't think it's that good. I'm trying to make it better. Or maybe just my eyes are tired and I cannot point out exactly what it is. Huh. Okay, let's just render this out. 16 by 9, 1920. I'm just gonna render it out, honestly, just because, yeah, I'm not sure what else we can try here. I'm gonna do D5 render, no AI. See, you, like the render time is a bit longer as well. Keep that in mind. Sketch from Corona is great for using, I mean, for better quality and faster modeling. I've tried it as well. I'm not a big fan of it. See, even D5 right now, like, it has a lot of cool features, right? It just has a lot of cool features. All these AI like tools, the matching, the scenery. I think there was a preset of libraries as well. It's just like with the amount of input that I put in this render in Enscape, right? You guys saw. Not exactly, but it gives you a feel of reference. Like, this is the image that we created with Enscape. You guys saw how little work it took me to get this out. Like, it was literally a very low amount of input. Not even including that I had to apply all the materials in Enscape, because when I put them in D5, the materials were already applied, right? And it took me like 30 to 40 minutes. I would say if we factor in the materials as well, it took me like 40 minutes. And in D5 is about 75 minutes that we're dealing with this right now. Like you can maybe has long workflow because it allows more than Enscape. I agree. Like you can maybe say that I am more experienced in Enscape and that plays a part in totally. But I just think the workflow in D5 overall, it just is slower. It just is, in my opinion. Like, let me go to Krea.ai. So I'm going to upload the image in AI. Listen, you guys, I'm going to do a full, more effective workflow. Listen, I'm going to do a full workflow comparison video based on this live stream and a lot of the other live streams that I've done so far. Keep your eyes out for that in video that's probably going to come out by the end of this week. Like, I think D5 has a lot of cool features. I'm just giving you a summary of what I think. D5 has a lot of cool features. It has a lot of potential. It is not slow. Like, I'm not saying it's as slow as 3ds Max and Corona. However, I wouldn't say that it's super quick either, right? For me, I think any beginner user will always be able to get a better output with the amount of input that, so yeah, so this is in D5, right? Let me just download this. We're gonna do the same process in Photoshop. Just like, I think it's pretty fair. The comparison is pretty fair throughout this live stream. Like, I use the same HDRI, same angle, same kind of composition. What else? I mean, yeah, same kind of composition and everything else. So this will be lighten. We're gonna do the full comparison in just a second. Export as PNG, Enscape with AI, D5 with AI. Cool. All right. Let me go through all this. So Enscape with AI, D5 render with AI. All right. Are you guys ready? So this is all rendered with D5 and AI. This is the output that we got with about, I don't know, 70, 80 minutes of work on this. And this is Enscape, right? We use pretty similar, or not pretty similar, I mean the same HDRI. The composition is very, very similar. Don't get me wrong, it's very similar. I'm gonna share my thoughts with you on a video that's coming out this weekend. It's probably gonna come out tomorrow. And I'm not gonna say anything more about it now because I need to do a full in-depth analysis. But which one do you guys think won? Let me know in the chat which one do you guys think won. So this is D5. Both of them have AI enhancements on. This is Enscape, D5, Enscape, D5 and Enscape, D5, Enscape, D5 and Enscape, D5 and Enscape. I think the D5 one is a lot colder. Only the glass looks better in D5, 100%. Don't you think that your experience in Enscape makes your work much quicker? Maybe if you had the same experience with D5, it might have taken some. I agree, and I factored that in. I totally agree. To be fair, you're still practicing in D5. Yeah, I think, yeah, I guess so. I think I'm totally, Enscape looks better. I'm totally not claiming that I'm an expert in D5. Like, I'm not saying I'm a seasoned veteran. I'm not saying I'm a seasoned veteran. All I am saying is it's unfair comparison since you can't bend D5 to your will yet. Glass on D5 sucks. I actually think the glass is better on D5. It's an unfair comparison. Here's the thing. Like, when I'm going to do the comparison video, I'm not only going to talk about the final output, I'm going to talk about the workflow overall. I love from you. Thanks for being here. Like, I'm going to talk about the workflow overall, the features. Don't get me wrong, D5, the animated assets, the atmospheric match, the library of presets, those are perfect. That is, I'm definitely going to give D5 an upper hand. I think the review is going to be very, very, very close. But yeah, when you get more practice, D5 will beat Enscape for real. You'll see. I mean, I'm all up for it. Reflection is much better. Like, as I said, I didn't hold anything back in this live stream for the comparison. I'm not going to hold anything back in the future. I mean, I'm going to upload a lot of tutorials of D5 in the upcoming months. You're going to see Enscape as well. Perhaps do a comparison of video work in Enscape and experience with live using D5. I cannot do that. I mean, this is about the same person with the same skills, with the same project, with the same HDRIs in two different software, right? The experience is the difference maybe, but yeah. Other than that, this is the time spent on it is the difference as well. But anyway, on both, but Enscape is the way to go. Thank you. I really appreciate your input, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining in. Please make sure to turn on the notifications on the channel because that's gonna let you know when the full comparison video comes out this weekend. And I'll let you guys know. I will see you on the next live stream, and I'm very happy to do so. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.